I used to hate parades. Now I love them. And my niece loves them too. In this episode, I'm going to tell you what changed my tune. See what I did there? I'm also going to tell you my camera setup for when I ride my Onewheel, and I'll be showing you some footage from what I think is the best marching band in Colorado. Unbiased opinion. Let's cue the intro. Some videos I make for YouTube because of obligations. Other videos I make because I think they'll get views. This video, however, I'm making for me, my family, my son, and his marching band. If you're impatient and you want to cut to the chase, you can skip ahead. This may help. If you have a few minutes and would like to chill with me, my Onewheel, the Cherry Creek High School marching band, then just let the video play on. I never really liked parades when I was a kid. I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's because of the fact that you just sit there. It's crowded, it's noisy, and it's usually either super hot or really cold while you're waiting there for the parade to start. Maybe I learned to avoid parades because when I was a kid, I used to have a year pass to Disneyland. And when I'd go to Disneyland with my friends, it was during the electrical parade at night that my friends and I would head in the opposite direction, straight for the most popular rides, knowing that the lines would be shorter because all these suckers would be sitting in the crowd watching the flashing lights, synchronized music, and people dressed up as animals. Maybe I don't like parades because when I was in high school, some friends invited me to spend the night on New Year's Eve sleeping on the street in Los Angeles so we could get some awesome front row seats for the Rose Parade. Did I really think we were going to get any sleep that night, the night of New Year's Eve, on the streets of Los Angeles, right before one of the biggest and most popular parades in the world? That night of chaos included crazy drunken crowds ringing in the new year, fights, and my run-in with the police. But I won't go into details just in case my mom watches this video. If you follow this channel, which you should, then you know that my firstborn child, Ethan, does a lot of the camera work for my YouTube videos. Don't worry guys, I compensate him well for his work. I provide him with free housing and meals. I even gave him one of my Float Life shirts for his hard work. Well, on this day, I decided to switch roles and do the camera work for him and his high school marching band as they performed at this parade. The Onewheel is amazing for video work. It's amazing because the Onewheel is controlled by your mind, completely by your mind. There are no hand controls, therefore your hands are free to work your camera equipment. If you're wondering how the Onewheel is controlled by my mind, it's quite simple. My mind controls my body, and my body position controls the Onewheel. Therefore, my mind controls the Onewheel. Another reason I love the Onewheel for video work is because the Onewheel is so maneuverable. There is no way you could weave through foot traffic or go off-road like this on an electric skateboard. The Onewheel is also super quiet. It's so quiet sometimes I feel like a ninja from the future. Not because I'm Asian and the company that makes the Onewheel is called Future Motion, but more because I really do feel like a ninja from the future when I'm on my Onewheel. It's that quiet. And it's important to be quiet if you want to get good quality sound for your video, or if you want to sneak attack your next unsuspecting victim. You guys know I love my electric unicycle. It's smooth, quiet, and can go on various terrains. The only weakness with the electric unicycle was the difficulty it is to stay motionless at a standstill, or to go very slowly. It is a lot easier to go super slow on the Onewheel, especially in crowds like this. It's also a lot easier to stand idle on the Onewheel. This makes capturing certain shots much easier. Who knew, in a world where everyone just wants to go faster, here is a benefit for being able to go slow. Good job, Onewheel. When I film, I have a pretty simple setup. I use a GoPro Hero 7 Black, a selfie stick, and I recently upgraded and added a mic adapter, a case, and a dead cat to improve the sound quality. Yes, a dead cat. That's what they call it in the movie biz. It helps with the sound quality. Links to all this stuff will be in the description below. Click on it, check it out. Proceeds will go to help pay my camera guy, my son Ethan. I do carry a few extra batteries and a few extra micro SD cards in my backpack, and I do keep a portable battery to recharge my GoPro batteries if needed. If my GoPro is having problems, I use my cell phone as a backup. It's a 2-year-old Samsung Galaxy phone, which works fine. Many of my videos contain cell phone footage. There are a few videos that I have that are 100% made with my cell phone because my GoPro wouldn't work for one reason or another. To help me hold my cell phone when I use it as a backup, I have a Gorilla Pod with a cell phone attachment. I do not use a gimbal or any fancy, expensive digital camera, mainly for two reasons. I'm cheap, and I don't want to spend the money on an expensive camera, especially when there's a high risk that I will fall and break it. The GoPro is small, portable, durable, and the quality is not too shabby of the videos. It works for what I do. I've taken several hard falls with the GoPro, and it's survived, all in the name of making these videos for you, so you better subscribe. As far as software for transforming hours of footage into a Jimmy Chang YouTube video, did I say I'm cheap? I use the free iMovie that came with my MacBook. It works, it's free, and my kids know how to use it, so there's no need for any expensive software. That's it. My entire primary setup. GoPro, case, mic adapter, mic, and selfie stick. And that's how I get this sweet footage for all to enjoy. If there's anything you recommend for me to improve my durable and minimalist action camera vlogging rig, let me know and I'll look into it. There are a few experiences that just elevate the fun, floaty feeling of the Onewheel to another level of surrealism. For me, those include riding the Onewheel on the beach at low tide, riding the streets of New York City, going on a group ride, and now I can add to that list, riding the streets during a parade. And that's why I love parades now. I said I used to hate parades. Now I love them. I love riding up and down the streets that have been blocked off to traffic. I love floating to the approving wows, oohs, and ahs that come from the crowd that line the streets. I love zipping past police officers and giving them a wave and a smile as they do their job to keep the public safe. And most of all, I love being able to watch my son perform and do what he enjoys. I'll stop talking now.